Hello, welcome back. Brand new Dreams Create stream. And just as we did last Friday, we're going to be focusing on an RPG game. That's why we've got some Dragon Quest music on right now. Pretty iconic. And we're not making Dragon Quest though. We're making The Legend of Bovareta. So last week we got this kind of area kind of mapped out. What I'm going to do today is just to make sure we're okay thermal wise, I think I'm going to split the map in half, and then we'll focus on this particular half of the field, and we'll put in some more decorations, decide where we're going to put collectible items, treasure chests, quest points, things like that. And if we get something looking okay, then we'll move on and we'll do some of the other area, the farm area, because that's the next part of the game. It's right next to the field, so we'll try and get through that today. I'm going to bring up the comments first. If you'll give me just a quick moment, please. Can you feel the crinkly Bovareta? Can you feel it? Right, I think I've got the chat loaded now. Oh, the chat is bouncing already. Hello, Joe. Nice to see you again. You're first today. Well done. You finally beat Halschmoomin. I don't know how you managed it, but you done it. Hello there, Halschmoomin. That's one thing I meant to do, actually. I keep forgetting. It's not because I didn't want to do it. I just kept forgetting to do it. So, Halschmoomin is now a moderator on the channel. Congratulations! Hey! Hey, Alpha Werewolf. Nice to see you again. Are you excited to create some RPG goodness today? Hey, Scheme! Oh, look at Scheme! He's got his brand new channel badge. He is now on the Halschmoomin's favourite colour, I believe, or one of his favourite colours. So that's Scheme's month 2 reward. So he's levelled up. Halschmoomin is slightly behind him. He's still on purple. Nice to see you, Scheme. It's been a little while since we've heard from you. Don't know what's been going on in your life. Busy, as always, I'm assuming. Oh, we're in the trees. So this was your area, Scheme, actually, where we're using your cube, right? And I don't know if you were here last week, but basically, if you zoom out, the texture dies on its ass, right? So, for example, if I'm standing on this hill here, right, with this character, you can see over here, it looks like army patches. So is there any way that I can increase the draw distance so that the grass still appears even from a far distance? Because I need to get quite close for it to actually appear. So if you could help me with that, it would be much appreciated. I feel like this is the best area because this is the only area where you put some flowers in, some rocks, suddenly it looks kind of nice. I'm starting to do the paths, but I want to sort out all the grass first before I start doing all the paths. And like I said, I was going to update this part because we've got another part of the field here, and I'm afraid that once we start adding enemies, maybe the thermal starts to die a little bit, especially the gameplay thermal. So I'm thinking I'll probably block this part off here. So today we'll just focus on this area of the map, and the next area you go through here into the farm, I guess. And then once we've did all those areas, we'll come back to this one. This is basically a bigger field with like an enemy camp. Then there's some ruins over here, and obviously we've got the Bovareta castle over here. So I'm thinking, just to save thermal, I think it'll be a good idea. I will be making most of this game on the PS5, to be fair, assuming I get one. But basically, I need to make sure this game works for everyone, not just PS5 players. So I'll try and optimize it the best way I can. So today we'll just focus on this little area first. I think that's the wisest thing to do. After all the time, finally again, I know you finally got the mantle of first place. House Schmooman is not happy. Hey Joss Spears, welcome back. Hope you're doing okay. Welcome, welcome, my fave Irish Dream streamer. Irish? I'm not Irish. How dare you? I don't sound Irish, do I? Hey T-Master, nice to see you again. Working on your next masterpiece. Your horror masterpiece. Scheme has the cool imp. Yeah, he's leveled up. He's now the elite. That means I'm getting mine tomorrow. I'm not sure. Whatever day it was of the month that you leveled up last time, because I haven't seen Scheme in the chat for like a week or so, so maybe he had his badge beforehand. I'm not sure. I'll need to check the stats. Oh wow, I'm green and cool. Yeah, it's like you're kind of like a emerald kind of green, or like a turquoise kind of colour, you know. It's very nice, very crinkly, yeah. Thanks LB. So there you go, you've got a spanner next to your imp now, so you're now all crinkled out. Yep, favourite colour, I knew it. You can turn on fleck perspective, so the flecks are the same size no matter how far away the camera is. I have to actually go into the sculpt to do that. Like in here. I'm just looking. Fleck, okay, this one. This controls the size of the flecks as they recede into the distance, meaning you can make stuff that's very loose and stay loose as it goes into the distance. Otherwise, even large flecks become small as they get further away, which doesn't quite look right. Oh my god. You turn that up and look, it just becomes an abomination, House Schmooman. Absolute abomination. Right, let's see what if I go from the distance, right, let me see if I can turn it up a little bit. Well, I need to turn it up to like 1, I guess. 1% I think does the job. My god, that was crazy. Right, one's good enough, I think. Let me see, if I go all the way over here, can I still see the grass? Oh, but it looks really long though. When you go really far away, it's like, what the hell? It's really long. I guess I'm just going to have to... And as you get closer, it gets shorter. I don't know how to fix this. Because that looks really stupid. Because look, the grass is really long, but as you get closer, it gets smaller. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work. I'll need the great scheme cost to explain to me how this works, because either way the grass disappears or it becomes too long at a distance. There must be a solution. Unfortunately, I don't think you can do anything about the draw distance in Dreams. Don't say that. Don't say that. I wasn't sure if it was just specifically your cube that did it, because I've never seen this before. You know? Like, maybe it's because your cube is really detailed. God knows. I mean, out of the two, I would prefer the grass was longer than army colour. So, I guess I'll just put everything to 1% for now. It's better than the alternative, so we'll just go with it, you know? Why not, right? There we go. It's actually going to take me a long time to do this because we've got so many patches of grass that we need to sort out. And I don't want to redo it. God no. God no. Right, we'll just do that for now. It's not the end of the world. What about you, Scheme? Did you pre-order your PS5? We were talking about it yesterday. Who has pre-ordered? Who wants to get one on launch day? Green is my favourite colour. Ooh. You're going to love this then. Look how green and beautiful this world is. Oh, it's so beautiful, isn't it? It's wonderful. And it goes well with the music, doesn't it? You ever played Dragon Quest? It's like green fields, happy days. LBA, the Irish streamer. Yeah. I've changed nationality. Irish. LB is Australian, not Irish. Come on, everyone knows I'm Australian. Top of the morning. Top of the morning to ya. He has the Irish accent. I do not have an Irish accent. I'm a Scottish man. Freedom and all that kind of stuff. I mean, if you listen to my voice, right, listen to Jacksepticeye, you'll notice there's a bit of a difference. Have I really been away that long? I thought you were streaming as much. That's the main reason for my absence. What? Are you kidding? I've been streaming every day. Every day. Except not Wednesday, because we're supposed to play Rocket League on Wednesday, but the servers were really crappy. But every other day, we've been streaming. I'm trying to keep it up, because when the PS5 comes out, ideally I would like to do some extra streams through the week, focusing on the PS5. So that's kind of my plan, just to get people used to an extra stream or two on Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm getting all hyped up for the PS5. It's going to cost a fortune, but hey, it's going to be great, right? So I'll just make those right now, because I mean, technically I'm going to remix this, so fine, I'll just do the whole thing. I'll do the whole thing. I don't know if I'm going to make the ruins like an entirely separate area, just like the farm. I might do it, because it means I can keep this field with lots of enemies, and then I don't need to worry about this part. But if I keep the ruins quite small like this, I'll probably leave it like this. It's just if I start making like a big village, you know. And one thing I was going to do, actually, I was going to let everybody know that for this project, there's 5 chapters in the game, and I was thinking, you know what, this is like an RPG game, this is going to take people a long time to finish, so I've decided I'm just going to release this game chapter based. So once we finish chapter 1, it will release, and then chapter 2, chapter 3 and so on, they'll all release individually, because if we finish this start to finish just like we did with Subject, I'm worried that maybe not a lot of people get to go through the entire game, because it is a long game. Like, we've got part 1 of the field, we've got the farm, we've got part 2 of the field, the ruins, then we've got Bovaretta Castle, and that's all chapter 1, and it's probably going to take people like maybe an hour to do this. So it's just a way that I can get more content out to people. I'm still going to make big games like Subject, where it's like a big full game in one go. I still need to test and see how that turns out, because obviously we don't know how many people are actually going to play Subject to the end, or even halfway, so that's something we'll need to test first. If Subject doesn't work, if big games like that don't work in Dreams, then I'll need to make everything in the future chapter based. But for now, I'm going to choose, some projects will be chapter based, some will be full releases in one go. So this one will be released in chapters. Super Alien Buddy 2 will be released in chapters as well, so every planet will be its own chapter. Just means everybody gets to play it more often. You'll have to obviously wait for chapter 2 and 3, but I think it's a good way to do it. And then keep the bigger realistic games like Subject. I've got a first person horror shooter that I want to make. I'll probably make that as a full game. So some games will work better as chapters over the other ones. I just noticed my flowers. Where are my flowers? Come here, flowers. Don't run away from me again. I need you. This is like my safe haven, you know. I just sit here sometimes and just feel so peaceful, you know. We've been making a horror game for so long that it's nice to just make a fantasy world. I don't know if anybody feels that way when you make a fantasy world. It's like, because it's not realistic, you feel kind of free. It's nice. I really hate the way I painted that grass. I was too lazy to paint it again. Get painting, Scheme, we need it. We're going to make the greatest Bovaretta adventure ever. My Wi-Fi connection to phone was kind of bad. Alright, that's never good. Hold on, I need to get back to where I was. Joe Rowe, for real, you're back? Or, nah, he's still here. He was here like all last night, joining an empty chat. Going, I'm back. Okay, I'm away. I'm back. Oh, very late. It's getting the like. We need to come up with like a new. I'm going to make a new John Jerry Steve for the Bovaretta streams. So it's basically like a fantasy version of John Jerry Steve. I want him to be like the merchant. You know, he sells you like weapons and stuff. Kind of like Resi 4, where he's like, "What you buying?" But John Jerry Steve just goes, "Urgh." I think it'll help if I painted it better, but then you'd have to place them all again. Can you not just update them? Like if you updated the sculpt and then I updated, it wouldn't just automatically do it. I mean, I'm okay right now. Like right now I just threw all this down, like these hills and stuff. It's not finalised, it's just something I did for the meantime, you know. But no pressure to do it or anything. Because I'm not going to release this until next year anyway, so we can relax, right? The survival horror game kind of comes first. But you have to go again, Joe? Oh dear. I will come back maybe later or next stream. Alright, cool. I've got 3 PS5s pre-ordered. What? You've got 3 PS5s pre-ordered? What do you mean 3? Can't wait for Demon's Souls. Never played any of the Souls games, but it looks incredible. So incredible you have to buy 3. It's crazy, man. Think of all those people that are desperate for those consoles. Mind blowing, I know. Hey, see the Dream Master P, welcome back. Yo, I'm doing very well. How are you? If LBA is Scottish, he would sound like the Scoutman from Samurai Jack. I don't know who that is, but if I see a video, I can try and do an impression. See, that's the thing, when you see Scottish people on TV or movies, it's very exaggerated, you know? It's like, I'm Scottish and I talk like that because I'm so drunk. Like, we don't all talk like that. That accent is probably more like, the further north you go, the more the accent becomes. It's just like the English accent, like, depending on where you go, it changes quite a lot. How Schmoomin is just kidding. LB is Australian. I'm Austrian. It's just like that scene from Dumb and Dumber. You know when he puts the window down in the limo and he thinks she says she's Austrian and then he thinks she's Australian. He starts doing an Aussie accent. There's no point in getting hyped for the PS5. It's just a video game console that doesn't need to exist. Oh. Boom. I need it for dreams and my streams. I keep telling myself that's the way it has to be. I'm getting a PS5 for dreams only. Yeah, that's pretty much me. Like, I do want Demon's Souls, Resi 8, Final Fantasy 16, but for day one, it's mostly for dreams because I don't have a Pro. I want that performance boost, and I also want the ability to get better streams because the PS4 streams are really basic. I don't think they've announced anything for the PS5 streams, so they could be the exact same. But let's, fingers crossed, the streaming's a little bit better. Has a little more options to choose from. I don't know what that means either. Okay, name. Welcome, name. Bumbaratrona le Pumperatrincus McHoppily. Who the hell was that? We're all learning Arabic now. Hey Spikeful, welcome back. You have 3 Scheme, many couldn't even get 1. You're going to scalp them, I assume? That's terrible, Scheme. Swickful was waiting all night on Argos. He had his wee tent and everything, he was outside, and they were like, sorry, Scheme got the last 3. Gotta kill him. I gotta go. I'm back. That was your impression of Joe. Pretty spot on. I don't think it's really worth scalping them. I'd have to really buff the price up to pay for eBay, PayPal and shipping fees. It would take about £100 away from whatever I sell on. So why do you want 3? That's the question. Give them away. Make a giveaway. You can do it on my behalf, right? I'll say we'll do a channel giveaway and Scheme will personally post them to you. Hey small boy, welcome back. Hope you're having a great Friday. Hey Crooked, nice to see you again as well. I pre-ordered the PS5 just for the Demons remake. Demon Souls. Everybody keeps calling the game wrong, right? It's not Demon Souls, it's Demons Souls. Everybody makes that mistake. Come on. 3 times better. I mean, you could sellotape them all together. Play them all at one time. Did you get the disc version or the digital version? Or did you get one disc, one digital, one more disc? I think I'm going to go for the disc one just because it gives me more options in the future, because you never know, right? I love that Dumb and Dumber scene. I know. Good day, mate. Put another shrimp on the Barbie. And she just goes, and he goes just like, I know every scene from that movie, every scene from Ace Ventura. That was like my binge watch movie. If you open LB's wardrobe, it's nothing but kilts, sporrans and bagpipes. I'm surprised you even know what sporrans are. That's it. This isn't my natural hair colour, I dye this. It's actually all ginger, just like my beard. Yeah. I'm just like Willie from The Simpsons. What you talking about, laddie? This is what I talk like. That. Or if you watch Austin Powers, you know. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. It's funny, if Intra Attackout comes in the stream, we can do impressions of him as well, because he's in Austin Powers as well. Smoking a pancake. Hey LB, there's a Scottish person in jazz punk. Does that make you want to play it more? Yes, it does. It does indeed. But the thing is, if there's a Scottish person in jazz punk, right, they better be bloody good, because I'm very strict when it comes to this kind of stuff, you know. Did I save this? I think I saved this locally. I'm going to import the character now, just because it might be a bit more fun, right? So I did something stupid. When I first created this, I created a scene because I wanted to test it out, but then I was like, oh crap, the character, you know. So I need to figure out, can I just like save this character? There's my script, by the way. See all the chapters, chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's it. Right, basically, this is the view for the shield. This is the view that the character has when you're blocking and when you're using the shield. So this is the stationary shield. That shield stays there the whole time. But when you actually control the shield, I used this one. And then you're controlling the sword always. So, this is going to be a pain in the ass, but let's do it. Right, I think I just need to copy this stuff, right? I basically need to copy this, 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 and this wee guy here. And make him his own little thing. Right? I can always remake him, I guess, but... Right, hold on. Let me go in here, right? I'm going to turn the electricity off. The electricity was just for show, just to test it out, you know? Waching, waching. That. I'm magic, I can make a move without even hitting them. Right, so what I'll do is I'll try my best to save this individually, and then we'll import it into the Bovaretta scene. Right. Does this work? Don't even know if this works. I might need to make everything again, which will be really horrible. I can't even see what I'm doing. I can't even see the screen. Let me see. Save as a new version. Right, it's right here. But can I grab everything, or do I need to group it all together first? Maybe. Let me see. Group it all together. Aha. Save as a new creation. Okay. He is the Bobaretta Knight. He's gonna be a great character. Right, hopefully this works. I've never done this before. Right, let me just leave this place. Right, we got the Bobaretta Knight. Cool. It's a remix, but hey, it's better than nothing, right? So we'll import him in here now. Because why not, right? Let's get rid of him. And then just I think it'll look a bit better when we actually have our own character in the game, you know? Right, oh my god. Right, the reason is because the character right now is invisible. So you don't see the feet. Okay. It's just going to kind of be like this. As we walk around, obviously I need to fix some things. You get the idea. I don't even know why he's floating. Why is he floating? I don't understand. That is really weird, isn't it though? Is there any reason why he's floating? Let me bring him down here. Maybe he's set to float, maybe. Maybe he's not like physical or something. Do you need to do that? Movable? No, don't do movable. I think it's because I need to ungroup because these things are affecting it, maybe? Let me see. Still floating. That's weird. That's very, very weird. Is there anything in here? Collidable, maybe? God knows. That's weird. If anyone knows why he's floating, I would love to know. Let me see. If I delete these things, right? Let's just do this from scratch, right? Got a basic puppet. Very, very strange. Oh well. I'll just need to make do for now, I think. I'll just group these back together again. I'll put them on the grass, right? We'll figure it out later, right? So it's basically going to be like this. He'll walk a bit faster, obviously. Probably make him run as well. So it's going to be like going around the lands, searching for things. One thing I want to add is a treasure chest. So I'll need to do a wee search for one of those. It's the only thing I never actually stamped down in my collection, so I'll need to find a nice little chest. Fat bastard, that's the one. He's a pretty good character, he is. He is. At my expense. 2 disc versions and 1 digital. I got 3 of them mainly as backups. It was a nightmare getting hold of them. What, backup pre-orders? Is that just in case? You're crazy, man. Crazy. You're desperate for this PS5. They appear twice in the same area. What is this? I love gold. I remember when they did the acting version, it was John Travolta. A crepe and a bong. That's it. Hey Winter Wing, welcome back. Hope you're doing well. It's been so long since I played Dreams, I forgot everything. Can't even find the tools. Uh-oh. That's not good. Do you play as Bovaretta or someone else? No, you play as the knight that is meant to marry Bovaretta. He's meant to go there to take the hand of Bovaretta, and they're going to get married. But, you know, naturally when he gets there, things go wrong. Bovaretta gets kidnapped, gets taken to another castle, and then it's up to you to fight your way to rescue her. And there's a lot of shenanigans along the way, so it'll be quite funny. This is the song that was stuck in my head while driving home from work today. The Dragon Quest battle theme. It's a good theme to have stuck in your head, isn't it? Right, I just need a chest. So this chest looks good. It looks good, right? It does the job. It did look a little bit better here because it was like gold, but I think the lighting makes it a bit harder to see. So we've got a treasure chest, and I'm thinking some other collectible we can get. So if there's other kinds of flowers or something, I don't know, or maybe vegetables. We can make like a really crinkly vegetable. Not tunes, right? Why is it so hard to find vegetables? Right, I don't want to find carrots like that. That is definitely a crinkly vegetable. It's got like spots all over it and everything. Right, let me see. Just try to find something that we could pretend to collect. You know, like in Far Cry, where you collect like plants and stuff. Let's just dig that in the ground, right? Just fire that right in there. There we go. Right, I'm going to make him walk a bit faster until we sort out this problem with the floating issue. What puppet did you use? Just the normal first person one, to be honest. I don't know, maybe I've did something stupid, but I don't remember. It's been a long time since I worked on this one, so it's the Bovaretta Knight. That's who it is. No, it's the Media Molecule one, the first person one. But it should still have normal physics. It shouldn't be disabled. So God knows. I mean, he's not that important. He doesn't really have that much logic. So I could just delete him and put down another one technically. You play as Sir Schmoomin, a knight on a mission to capture the escaped criminal Bovaretta and return her to the prison, the basement. I probably will put Sir Schmoomin in the game as well. The rival knight that wants to win the hand of Bovaretta. They're both against each other. They're like, no, Bovaretta shall be mine. Mine. Right, let me just turn this up, right? Put it to like 5 or something, right? Yeah, he's definitely floating though, because it's like dead floaty. It's not like look, I can fly. I can fly, it's beautiful. I want to figure out why it's doing this, because this is really weird. This is very, very weird. I don't want to sit and mess around with it just now, because it's probably going to take me too long. But that is an issue we'll need to solve. So let's just say we've got a big cheddar chest, right? We'll put one over here, right? As I said, we're going to put one up on the hill here. There you go. Ta-da! So don't forget to search up here. You're going to find the ultimate weapon in this treasure chest, right? And then I'm going to get another one. Oh my god. I'll put that round here. I'm going to die down the stream a bit because it is a bit mental. Once you come across here, I'll put another one away over here, you know, to encourage exploring. There you go. Looks good, doesn't it? Is this like a boss battle or something? Right. So since I'm going to block off this area, I'll probably just put some more walls here, I think. Let's see if I can do this without messing up. I love how intense it is. You know, it's like, you're gonna die here. Alright, so we'll put it like, put one like that. Put another one like that. So I'll try and keep Bovaretta Castle in view, right? So even when you're here, right, and you're coming to the next area, you can still see Bovaretta Castle in the distance. But I'll delete all the stuff around here and all the stuff over here. I'll just get rid of all this for now, because we're not actually going to see it. Just get rid of that, get rid of that. I got a lot of thermal back just from deleting a few things. So that's what I'll do then. We'll have the draw distance so you can still see the castle. Just need to build a wall on that side. Okay. There we go. Put it like that for now. Right, so you can still see the draw distance, you can still see the castle all the way over there. And then once you reach this point, it'll change, the scene will change. And then the same thing, I'll try and keep as much as I can here, but obviously there won't be any enemies. I'll delete all the enemies, and we'll mostly use the same assets from here anyway, like the trees and stuff. So it should be okay. But that's a job. Once we get to the testing side of things, we'll see how bad the thermal actually gets. Alright, so let's try and detail every part of this area, okay? So we need to, let's start one block at a time, right? So let's start up here, right? So we just came out of this cave. So we've got some rocks, possibly. We'll put some like big rocks as we descend down. I could even bring this out a bit like that a little bit. In fact, what I could also do is I could make like, I could turn this around and then just use it as like a platform, you know? Like, because that could look good for rocks as well. Like big rocks, you know, big mountain rocks. So if we just do stuff like that, you know, I think it does look a bit better. And we'll just sort of build something like that, you know. There you go. So it's looking a wee bit better. So when you come down here, it's like, it's not just a big open area, you know, it's got things around. It's got things around. So we'll try and do like the odd little bit and piece. This is what it's like when I was making Super Alien Buddy, by the way. I was just like firing things down and like, see if you put things through the floor. Sometimes you can create like unique rock patterns. You know? So you just change how much you want to bring it out, and it can make a big difference. You know? Something like that. Right, so I'll just copy all these on this side as well. I'll make like a bigger one on this side, just so it's not the same thing again, you know. So make bigger ones here. And I'll get a wee small one. Wee small Who-Man. There we go. A bit smaller. Maybe turn it around a bit. Oh my. Didn't even realise it was that long. Jesus. Right, hold on, let me use the other end, because the other end is more bumpy. Right, that could work. Get a big bumpy side on here and a more smaller side over there, and then we could, I don't know where oh, there's a rock there, and then we could like put like little rocks, like, you know, here and there. Again, you can just kind of put things through the floor a little bit. Oh, it's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. I think that's an outdated first person one. I don't know, I mean, like, how outdated is it? Because I had literally only made it like, what, a month ago or something? So it wasn't that long ago. Who knows? Because it's the same puppet I've always used for the first person game. It worked. I don't know, something's gone wrong. I need to figure it out. Unless you got a different puppet. The one I tend to use is the first person shooter template puppet. That's the one I used, as always. For some reason, on this particular crinkly occasion, it's not working. I'll just delete him, because I didn't do any logic for him. I only did this, and maybe some logic, controller logic, but that I can just transfer that. It shouldn't be too bad. I've repainted it now, LB. Oh, nice. I wonder if I update this, would it work? There's an update for the cube. Should we update, or is it going to kill everything? Well, I put everything back to 0%. Right, hold on. I'm going to save this, right? Just in case Scheme breaks the game. This is a mass update, right? I'm kind of scared. I've never updated something like this on a large scale before. So... no pressure, Scheme. Here we go. Update now. We turn it back on and it's like, it's chaos. Right. Oh. Oh, okay. So it's working quite better. I don't know if I should. Let me see. Can I turn it down again? Let me have a look. Let me compare. Right. So if we go out, yeah. If we turn it off, it's like, it's even worse than the army one. So I'll need to keep it on 1%. So at least the draw distances for 1% are a bit better than they were before. Looks good. Looks very good, doesn't it? Very organic. Well done. You probably notice it more than me, but it does look a bit darker. That's good. I'm liking it. Quick fix, eh? Hey Hugzo, nice to see you again. Hope you're doing well. How was your Venom boss battle? I'm really starting to wonder if the super fast SSD will do for Dreams. With the right updates, could entirely change what's possible. I read somewhere that someone said that Dreams is basically all cloud based, so the SSD doesn't really affect Dreams. you know, since everything's getting loaded from the servers. The only thing you could maybe help with is thermal, like when you're actually in the scene, how much stuff you can throw down, I guess. But yeah, it's yet to be seen. I want to be, I don't know, I don't think I'll be the first streamer to test it on PS5, but I'll certainly try and be one of them. You can already tell the type of videos that are going to come out, like Dreams on PS5, wow, look at the... And they'll purposefully get like a PS4 screenshot and they'll manipulate it, they'll make it all pixelated and blurry and distorted and bad saturation, and then they'll put a normal picture next to it and they'll be like, look at the PS5 compared to the PS4. It's a good idea, I might do that. Create a big difference. But wouldn't the PS4 version stop them from utilising it? I think they'll drop support, but it won't be for like a few years. The PS4 can't hold Dreams back forever. Otherwise, what's the point in getting it on PS5? There's just no point. I guess so, but I'm in the camp that doesn't mind splitting the community between gens. I mean, Little Big Planet 1, 2 and 3, they all came out in the same generation. Every game had its own exclusive levels. You upgraded or tough, that was it. So they already said that Dreams is not going to be like a traditional game with sequels, which is fair enough. But I still would like a proper PS5 version. I think it's only right that we, you know, we try to make Dreams the best it can be, right? Otherwise, what are we doing here, you know? Just what are we doing? Right, I think that looks alright. Then I'll spread it out with a few of these rocks here and there. Could even make a few big ones as well. Right, you know what? Let's just keep it simple. Just fire a few down, and then I'll put down maybe not the same flowers, but I'll try and put down maybe like a, I don't know if a tree would be there, but let me see. Can I get away with putting a tree down here? See how it looks from up here. Right, put the tree here. Right, so we come down here, we're looking here. Alright, so it's clear I have to go down this way. So I need to put something to cover this bit of grass. I might just take one of these for fun, right? Don't even, like I said, I don't even think I'm going to use these, but let me just pretend it's kind of like a collectible, right? Saves me putting like tons of flowers everywhere. Just put some more rocks down, I think. Okay. I like that even though the draw distance isn't the best, you can still kind of see some of the white flowers down there. It's harder to see, but once you get a bit closer, it looks pretty good. So I'm thinking all of this area here is going to be covered in white flowers, like this square here, maybe a little bit over here, but mostly here. And we'll probably use different flowers on this part. So this is the most tedious part, copying all these bloody flowers. I'll try to like duplicate them, but then when you duplicate them, they kind of go a bit crazy. Look, they see when you duplicate something, you can't just, I don't know if you can just put it down, but it kind of like bends at an angle. I don't know if you can turn that off, which is not good for me. So I just need to do my best to make a few wee flower fields. Just try and spread them out a wee bit. Like if you look at it from above it looks really bad, but when you look down on the ground it's actually not too bad. So when you get here it's going to be mostly like that. I'm going to try and keep a lot of them, you know. It's nice. It's very nice. Keeps me in a good mood. Right, this will take forever. Especially when I want to tweak it. So let me have a wee look with our floaty character. Oh look, see, I've got two ideas. We can either pick this up or we can just slash it. We can just go like and break it, and it's like you collected this plant. So I think it might be cooler, rather than just pressing square to pick it up, just slash it and then you get it automatically. Right, so some of these are a bit higher, I'll need to put them down a wee bit. I think I'll need to maybe put a few into the ground like I did here, so it's the square is less visible if I do that. Okay, this is going to be some job, by the way. If anybody wants to be a full-time flower dropper, apply today. You can take this right off my hands. I hate that auto snap. See when you rotate something with the controller and it snaps like that and you don't even have the grid on? It's really annoying. Really, really annoying. You have no idea. So, House Moomin, you're hearing the soundtrack for Dragon Quest. Basically, you're going to make a crinkly version of this. That's how it's going to work. I hope these flowers aren't that bad thermal-wise, because I seem to be getting away with using whatever I want, which is good. But if I make a giant field of these, you know, it might not be so ideal. I think I'll just like put them everywhere. Just make a mess. Make a mess of these flowers. It's gonna be so beautiful though. Just wait for it. Who else here has pre-ordered the PS5? Did you get one, LB? Maybe. Maybe I did. We'll see come launch day. Just finished playlist Beat Saber in VR and I'm worn out. I'd love to play Beat Saber. I was actually watching a Mike Shinoda from Linkin Park. They added the Linkin Park songs to Beat Saber and he was trying them. He's not very good. You had to play on easy mode for most of the time, but it did look really fun. I'd definitely get those Linkin Park tracks, but sadly I don't have VR. Still waiting for a PS5 VR, then I'll splash out. Need to get a 4K TV as well. I don't have one of those, especially not an 8K TV. I looked at the prices and some of them are insane. You know, like I know the PS5 can do 8K, but why? Just why? It's insane. But I mean, I'm not like super fancy when it comes to graphics and resolutions. Like 1080p is good for me, you know. Like I'm sure 4K. Obviously, if I had a choice, I would choose 4K. But I don't think it's going to change the way I see games. To be honest, you know, it's just a bonus. So maybe in the future, because I got a TV like a few years ago, because my old one broke, and I didn't get a 4K one because back then 4K was still quite expensive, and so I just got another regular HD one. I can't really justify paying for a PS5 and then on top of that paying for a 4K TV and then potentially paying for VR, do you know what I mean? I think it's like a bit overkill. And then obviously I'm trying to save as well for the streaming PC as well, so that's another expense. So I just need to make sure I don't go too fast. You know, maybe like every year and a half I'll buy something. That way I'm not destroying my funds. Right, come on, just let me move that down. There you go. Right, so that's what we've done so far. It's so beautiful. I only plan to do it for like mostly this area here, and then it kind of spreads out onto these parts, but just a little bit, you know, not too much. Because I want the first image of this game to be is like, oh, it's all beautiful, all flowery. I love it, you know. It's going to be the greatest RPG game in Dreams ever made. You can just imagine if this game was so crinkly, where it's like, you know, if we have a world map, right? Say we're walking around, I press the touchpad button, then it goes into the map, and it goes like, like that, you know, like that. How cool would that be? Who wants a world map that's like that? And then when you press the touchpad again, it goes, and it goes back to you again. How cool would that be? And I'll even do the sound effect myself. I'll even go, and then you'll see where everything is. It'll be super crinkly. I love it. I'm trying to find the line between making a good game and making a really crinkly one. You know, it's not an easy thing to get right. Hal Schmuman will happily let you know. You know, it's an art to be crinklified. You know, you need your crinkly certification to be crinklified. It's not easy to get that. I think I just moved that one instead of copying it, did I? Nope, I didn't. So let's start thinking about what we're going to do after this. So I'll put these flowers down, right? We've got a chest over here. We've got a chest round here. We're going to have a bridge troll here. Basically, he's not going to let you pass until you do him a favour, right? And the favour is in the farm, so you have to go to a new area and do like a mission in the farm. And there's probably going to be side missions in the farm as well as a few other things you can do out here. So I don't know, we'll find something that we can break. You know, we can cut things to get ingredients, and we'll use that for something. You know, why not, right? Then once we get all that done, we can start to put enemies in. Some little animals that are just roaming around, minding their own business. Because like, once we get this looking really good, once we add animals and enemies, it all becomes a living, breathing world, right? It's gonna be great. I've only gotten used to building like a lifeless, heartless world in the survival horror. So actually making a world of life, well, that is just out of the question, I'm afraid. I just hope I don't finish this and go, you know what, let's change it. I don't want to use this anymore. There was one that was a different colour, I think it was red, but I think you can maybe... Let me see if it's easy to change the colour. Yeah, you can change. It's not impossible. So, you know, I mean, if we really wanted to create our own custom ones, like yellow ones and blue ones for different parts of the game, we could do that as well. That'll be really good. I mean, they'll only support PS4 for a few more years at most anyway. I think that's about right, to be honest, because if you include the beta and the early access, they've already been supporting the PS4 with Dreams for a good amount of time. It's like almost 2 years now. By the end of this year, it'll be 2 years. So if they do another couple of years, that's like 4 years. I'd say that's a good run. Same, the sooner they leave the PS4 version behind, the better. I know it's selfish, but I mean, it's just the way it has to be. Like, you can still create in the PS4 version. No one's saying you have to move to the PS5. You know, But, you know, there's got to be a day, there has to be a day where they say, you know what, let's just move on. Otherwise, you're just going to get held back forever. That's how Little Big Planet died. Because see, if Little Big Planet 3 was on PS4, it was going to be so much better. PS3 really held it back. Praise for LB, I know. Worse, sorry. I can't remember what we're talking about anymore. It's not really selfish in my opinion. PS4 players still have an amazing bit of kit with this version. Exactly, like I said, like people can still create on the PS4. They don't need to upgrade if they don't want to. It's not like they're going to turn the servers off. You can probably still play Little Big Planet 1 if you wanted. So some people might be like, oh, there's such amazing things on PS5 that I can't play. And then I'll say, well, oh well, that's how it goes. Not only, you know, the creator themselves, they need to make that decision. Like, okay, not everyone's going to get to play this, so am I going to create on PS4 or PS5? For me, I'm always going to create on PS5. I've already said this to people, like, I'm kind of done with releasing stuff on Dreams. Like, did I move that again? I did. So the releasing things on Dreams, it's like I'm still going to do it, but it's not going to be like my main thing anymore. I'm going to focus more on the channel, so doing streams and videos, and like we just make things. Like, I'm not going to worry about deadlines or getting things out to get an MP award or to get on an MM pick or to get, you know, featured on stream. Like, I'm not going to focus on that anymore. I'm just going to focus on what we're doing. So for me, it doesn't matter if, you know, some PS4 players can't play things in the future, because I'm focusing on the content that we're making, you know, right here, right now. So if people, not everyone can play the end product, then I'm going to try and make sure the end product, even though it's important, it's not as important as what we're doing right now, you know. Because like we've been making Subject for like not quite a year, but almost a year, and when people actually play that game, some people play it a lot, some people will play it for like 20 minutes. So the real value comes from the streams and the videos and stuff like that. So that's what I'll be doing in the future. No deadlines. I'm just going to work on it. Like this Bovaretta game, there's no deadline for this. I'm just going to make it, and it'll be ready when it's ready, basically. Let me get a few of these rocks just to sort of fill in some of the wee gaps, I think. Just a few wee things here and there, you know. Can probably get another wee tree somewhere. I'll make a bigger one like that. This one here, rock buddies, and then we can probably put a few more of like the same trees just around here and there, you know. Put this one over here. Okay. I'll keep this tree here because this looks quite unique. Put those on the hills, I think. So I'll get this one. Oh wait, I already done it already. Nice. So yeah, I'll basically keep the fat ones for the hills. These wee thin ones, they're just kind of going like here and there. So put another one over here. It's hard to know where to place trees and things like that, you know. You don't want too many, but you don't want too little. It's not a forest, so obviously we don't want to have too many of these. Just enough. Make this a bit bigger. So you can slash it. Okay. Let me just do a save, just so I'm not losing anything. How dare you, Scheme? How dare you? I don't know. It's good. Going to try and practice on the move controllers. Are you talking about Dreams or are you talking about Beat Saber? Because I thought you had to use the move controllers for Beat Saber. I heard move controllers are better for sculpting. Yeah, I think it's like, because if you think about it, when you use a controller, it's like you can still sculpt with the controller, it's just more awkward. So if I'm sculpting something, I need to move the camera around like this and, you know, get close and do this, and like, it's not impossible, but if you obviously if you have move controllers, you can just kind of do this, you know, like you're orchestrating something. I've got one move controller, but it's from the PS3, and anytime I go to find an extra one, they only sell them in bundles of 2, and they're really hard to find, which is crazy because like VR and Sony, they keep banging on about the whole VR move thing, but then they don't sell them. They're always out of stock or nobody has them, so I don't know. It just seems weird to market something that you're not even using, you know? I don't get it. I just do not get it. Because I ain't paying like whatever it was, like £100 or whatever to get move controllers, like no thank you, you know? Yeah, don't want to put too many rocks down, but just a wee bit. This is hard graph, by the way. I don't know if anyone else feels this way, but you know when you're creating and you're like really concentrating, do you ever feel like really hungry? Like really hungry, like, you know, after you've had like a long day of work, you're like, I could really go for something to eat right now. That's how I feel making this. I feel kind of starving. Right. I'm assuming I can make thousands and thousands of these copies anyway, so I think we'll be okay. Right, just put it like that. I mean, it's alright. It's just a minor detail, isn't it? Just need to put maybe a wee... Oh, hello. What? I'm trying to grab a rock and it's like still grabbing the grass. The imp is so fickle, by the way. I'll pick a wee tiny one in here. Okie dokie. Oh, what did I do? I accidentally brushed my finger against the triangle button. That's not good. Okay, you can animate that rock. Oh, 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 oh. It's like a beating heart. Move controllers are better for organic sculpts. DualShock 4 is better for hardline sculpts. More like structures and that kind of thing, yeah. Definitely LB Dreams will be incredible if it uses PS5's full capabilities. I just feel like they're going to be slow to do everything. They're always slow, like to come up with new features or just to get things off the ground, you know. I feel like the PS5 version's like, oh, it'll come in like a few years, and then when it comes, it's kind of in a basic form, and then they need time to work on it, and by that time, you know, PS5 is like old, and you know, we're moving on to the PS6. I want a full generation of Dreams on the PS5, you know, like to feel like I can really utilise this console. I don't feel like I'm just wasting time waiting for something, you know, because I mean, like, we can get greedy, we can still make amazing things with this version. I'm confident that, you know, if you utilise your scene thermal and you know, you design your games quite well, you can still make some really good stuff in Dreams, regardless of technology. But, you know, we always want to do more. If there's something available, why not, you know? Saves people going to Unity as well, because a lot of people are like tired of like the limitations of Dreams. So they're like, why not just go to Unity? But if the PS5 can at least give us a bit more room to breathe when we're creating, then I think it will be a lot better for a lot of people. Right, I don't know how much longer I'm going to do these flowers for. I might just move on, and I don't know if I should do the farm or if I should just grind this out. It's going to be worthwhile in the end, you'll see. Somehow. I do like that menu idea though, the whew, whew. Gotta make it super crinkly though. I wonder what the frame rate's like right now. All these flowers are really doing a number on the engine. Right, so I'm going to kind of tail it off over this end here. It's not going to go all the way up there, so I'll just kind of maybe like put a few like on the edge, maybe. You know, just kind of leading into it, you know. I can't wait to see what the PS5 UI will look like. Yep, hopefully it's pretty smooth. We only saw one little teaser. I'll bring this over here, it's probably faster. We only saw like one little teaser of the PS5 UI when it was on the first reveal, where they did like the loading up screen. And it looked quite sleek, but obviously it's a very early look at it, so we can't really say too much. Right, so I'll just put a few here. Just put a few like that. Should be alright. Put some more of these rocks. Maybe cover the edges like that, maybe. Put that one there. Right, just having a look. In the darkness for some reason. It's alright, like I'm not noticing any lag or anything. Like when I move out, I'm not getting any Dreams error codes. You know, sometimes here it's like frame rate problems. I'm not getting anything, so far so good. Again, I'll just keep saving it. Screw doing all that again. You should spam loads of flowers to see how much thermal they take up in bulk. It'll save a lot of thermal. Guessing. I just really get annoyed because every time I duplicate it, it like goes away over there. Look. Do you know what I mean? It's like really spaced out. Look, God knows what's going on. And because it's like it's really hard to see what's going on. So I can't really see what I'm doing. They should have made a round patch of flowers to more natural. I know what they like with their mad quadrants. You know, they made my life a lot harder, didn't they? I guess that's going to be your job now, Scheme. Make me a circle patch of flowers. I could probably make it myself, like if I deleted a few, but it's too late now. It's too late now. We're not going back. God damn it, no way. We're just going to live with the consequences, right? I don't know if you can hear the music right now, but it kind of feels a bit like Star Wars. Don't you feel that way? You know, it's kind of evil but kind of nice at the same time. Right. See, these are just the little details you just gotta do. But I'm feeling the repetition here, so I will not be doing this for that much longer. Right. What else can we do though? So let me delete this for now, right? I'll bring out the regular puppet just so we can have a run around and see the environment. So it's not really a gameplay thing. Right. Just fire this wee guy out, right? And we'll have a wee run around. Oh, let's go. Okay. Right, so imagine this is in the ground, right? So we'll probably need to put a few little things popping out here. Could be more rocks. And maybe a few little flowers here. As I'm coming down, looks okay. We start to get more detailed things. Also, once we add the animals, that'll be quite good. So, I could try and look for an animal right now and just move it around, just to get an idea of what's going on. So we can look over here. Obviously, I want people to come over here. I put a lot of work into these flowers. People need to come over here and appreciate them, right? And break some of these things. I'll probably put a lot of those scattered around the place, so it's like you're not just fighting enemies, you're actually like destroying lots of different plants as well. So this game could even be third person technically. I just made it first person because of the gameplay. It's got a really crinkly kind of VR kind of gameplay. But I do plan on making a third person RPG kind of like this. With the John Jerry Steve RPG. I'm making it an RPG maker, but I probably will remake it in Dreams as well, like a bit later down the line as well. So it looks alright. I'll just put loads more of these around, right? I'm going to make it like a big thing, you know, it's like you gotta collect them all. Oops. That's what I might do. Keeps people on their toes, you know. Now those games where it's like you're breaking them all, and it's like, okay, I break that one, collect that one, and it's like, oh, there's one here, I'll get that one. Oh, I may as well just get that one over there. Oh, there's one over there, I'll just get that one as well. It's kind of like, if you ever played Infamous 1, 2, and I guess 3 as well. Basically, when you collect the little energy cubes, it's like you collect a bunch of them and then you see like another couple in the other building, you're like, oh, why not, I'll get those ones. And then you see a few more over there and you're like, oh, I'll just get those as well, you know. And you kind of go on this loop of like collecting things over and over again. So let me see if I can find let's see if we can find a farm animal first before I search regular animals. Apparently that's a farm animal. It's a spongy farm animal. Water for farm animals. Right. These could be crinkly, right? I mean, we could make all the animals like really plastic, you know, just because it's funny. It could work if I animate it in a certain way. It definitely could work. Although I was hoping of getting some nicer looking animals, I'm not going to lie. Let's have a look here. funny because like animal, it's just Animal Crossing stuff. It's not actual animals. My animal puppets, right? I want him beside me at all times. He's my guardian, right? He's your companion. This is actually pretty cool. Have a swan chase you around. How creepy would that be? Right. I was wondering what the hell that was. It's a mosquito. A roach. It's like a Dragon Ball Z roach. He means business. So got a little mouse. Oh, you can't kill the mouse. Come on, you can't be doing that. Right, so I've got some horses. Some sheep are the obvious ones. Why does he have dogs though that walk on two legs? Do you know what I mean? Like he makes up. How come the polar bear walks on four legs, but the dog walks on two? You know what we should do? We should just make this like an episode of Lost. It's like a really sunny day and there's just like a massive polar bear just wandering around, you know. Oh, don't mind me, I'm just part of a weird plot. That's what I should do. We need to decide if we're going to animate these like realistically, or if we're just going to make it really crinkly and just make them walk like that, like like that, you know. It might be kind of funny. Okay, so it's a pup and a wolf that kinda look the same to me, to be honest. If we take one of these, right, we can make this one of the enemies. Hello, I'm right here. He's got his eyes closed. Right. Let me see. I don't know how easy or how difficult this will be to redo everything, you know. I wanted a evil black wolf. Look at that, look at that. This will be one of the enemies in the game, right? I'm gonna give him red eyes as well, right? Right, can we scope into this one, right? Let's see. Big red eyes, man. Make them glow. Ah! Now that would be super crinkly, wouldn't it? Right, let's see. How much can we glow without it going a bit far? Right, go about 50%, right? We're going to make the crinkliest animals ever, right? There we go. Got a demon dog. You liking it? A demon wolf, I should say. Alright. Let's see. So many like little pieces to it, you know. Right, so I probably won't make that quite as dark. So evil. Evil. I need to see how much I've got left in this group. I can always repaint over it as well, like I can add like a cool little streak on top of it as well. Can we just like paint the whole head in one go? Jeez, there's so many parts inside the head, that's unreal. Demon dog! Demon dog! Wolf thingy. Try to see if I can get this one. There we go. We can even like change the colour of the tongue, couldn't we? Like, there's no way he would have a normal tongue, right? It's clearly got a green tongue. Big green evil dog tongue. What, its tongue's separated in two sculpts, look. Gonna have to colour that twice. Should we make the tongue glow as well? Look at that. Oh. I'm surprised anyone actually made a level, right, where everything just glows like to maximum. Proper blind everyone. We are the demon dogs. We are coming for your soul. Excellent. Right. What I'll do is when I make enemies in the game, I'll try and do like different enemies for every chapter, so it's not just the same thing over and over again. So we'll make the demon wolves in this part of the field only. This is the only part you can find them. And in other parts of the game you'll find like trolls, ogres, oh, that was the inner part. Like skeletons, skeleton soldiers, these kind of things. Just so we're not V'ing the same enemy over and over again, you know. Because if I am going to release this in chapters, it's a bit lazy if I just made the same enemies over and over again. So I'll just keep them exclusive to the chapter that they're in. Okay. I just need to get the feet now. This is better than doing the flowers all over the ground, trust me. Trust me on that. Okay. So now we just need the tail. No doubt there's many more ways we can make this even more crinkly, but for now let's just relax and accept this one for now. Okay. So there we go, got kind of like a demonic kind of dog, wolf thing. It's tiny though. Can't be having that. We gotta have a master race one, right? Here we go. Dun 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 dun. Can you imagine that coming for you? You proper crap your pants. And we also need a bull. What else did I say? The sheep. The sheep can just wander around, right? We can make them crinkly as well, right? We can make them blue. Blue sheep, right? So we're just gonna have the sheep kinda moving around. Let me see, can I use like an action recorder or something? I never use these things. Just kinda... It's funny though, its mouth kinda moves. I don't even know how this works. I'm just kind of like trying to put it back where it was, but I need to look in the settings here. Let me see. So it does it once, sustains, it loops, okay. Travel, what does that mean? Looped animations went on instead of going back to the position in the scene where it started. The animated object will restart its animation from the place it ended. So if you have something which moves from A to B, when it gets to B, it will execute the same animation, but with B as a start point rather than A. I guess that's good if you just want to keep it going in the same location. Look at that. If that ain't crinkly, I don't know what is. You know. He's even looking around. Look with his head. Oh, this is a Bovaretta world. I can tell you that right now. Hello, wolf. See, you're growing to love him now. You don't want to kill him. Such a good little wolf. Right, first I need to get rid of that stupid bar. Right, where did they put that bar? God knows. There's keyframes in here, what do they do? Oh wait, it's already animated on its own? I didn't know that. Maybe that's just if you control it yourself. Right, let's get rid of that. I don't want it bar, right? Okay. So we're getting a very crinkly world now. We'll just move some of these around. I just need to refresh the track here. I'll just keep the same one again. Dragon Quest 11. I've got the Imagine Dragons pack. I love it. Nice. Yeah, I was going to say that scheme, a square is too unnatural. What were they thinking? What were they thinking? That world map idea sounds amazing. I know it does, doesn't it? Hold on, I really need to catch up here. For some reason, my comments are right at the bottom, so I thought no one was saying anything, but it's kind of took off a bit more rapid than I thought it would. Right, hold on. I'm gonna take a minute just to catch up with all these comments. Do it, fits the game perfectly. I'll do it. Have you ever seen Boneworks or Half-Life Alyx VR gameplay? No, I have not. I have not. You meant Imagine Dragons? Yep, we got it. Spam a load of flowers and group them, and then copy and paste them around the map. Yeah, but the problem is, man, your grass cube is not flat, so it's like when you put the flowers down, it's like they don't kind of go together, you know? But I take your point. I take your point. I just like doing things a tedious way. Makes me look like I'm working really hard. Which is the name of the flowers you're using? I'll try and edit them and make them faster for you to use them. Let me see. Unless you've already done it. White Grass Lilies by the original SE. So yeah. It's up to you if you want to change them or not. I'm just making do. Also, if they are all individual paintings, you're going to have a hard time putting them all over the map. No, I'm not putting them all over the map. Just this part. See this cube? They're just going to go on this cube here, and then like a little bit here, a little bit here, around the edges. There won't be any flowers here or here. I'll probably just put trees and rocks and stuff. Here I'll probably put some flowers on this block, but it's not like the entire map. God no, that would take me far too long. I think Dreams would have a heart attack if I did that as well, to be honest. Unless they're merged. I'm kind of jealous of House Schmooman's blue name, and it is Spanner. Yeah, I mean, we had Jinkage, he was the first moderator, but he's never here because he's busy with his new child and work and all that kind of thing. I think it was easier before when he was on quarantine. Now he's back at work. So then we had Isaac, but now Isaac has to study now at school. So we're pretty much losing everyone. So I mean, Hal Schmooman, he's been here for just about every stream really. So I kept forgetting to give him the mod handle, because every time I started the stream I just forgot, because I'm meant to do it here, because technically I have mod privileges as well. I just don't really like to mess around with stuff, you know. So Hal Schmooman, he's got it. If you want to be a mod one day, Scheme, it can happen. You've got too many John, Jerry, Steve leg records. You need to atone for some of those first. I hope I finish Cyber Spy before the PS5 releases, or at least before I actually get a PS5. Well, I can tell you right now, I am not finishing Subject before the PS5, because the plan was never until like the end of November, so there's no way. I'm going to end up, see, I'm going to have a dilemma, right? I'm going to create Subject on the PS4, and then when it comes to the PS5, I'll have more power, but then it's like, I can't really use the power, because then people on regular PS4s might have frame rate problems, and I think I'd rather just make the full game on PS4. But at the same time, I don't think I can stop myself from going on the PS5. So what I might do is, like, I won't add any more details when I create on the PS5. I'll simply just work on getting the game finished. I won't add any more sculpts or extra gameplay, or, you know, if it's like, oh look, on the PS5 I can add like 5 more zombies in a scene without lag. But then the PS4 probably lags, so I'm going to have to be quite careful. But when it comes to The Legend of Bovaretta, if I can make this open world a bit better thermal wise, then I'm going to do it. You know, if anyone has a regular PS4, sorry if it has problems for you, but this is a crinkly game, so I think we're just going to have to get used to that. But yeah, from here on in, I'm just going to work on the PS5, so I will try and optimize for PS4 if it's really bad, but if it's not so bad, then I'm not going to get too far into it. Will the stuff from PS4 Dreams transfer to PS5 Dreams, or will PS5 Dreams just wipe all the creations? Well, first of all, we need to talk about it's backwards compatibility. So when you play Dreams on the PS5 when it releases, it's the PS4 version of Dreams, so everything stays the same. The only difference is your local saves. You might not have them, because I don't know if you can transfer a PS4 save file to PS5 yet. I don't know that yet. I can assume you probably can with the cloud saving, so technically you won't lose anything as long as you back up your data on the cloud or USB or whatever. When they finally release a standalone Dreams for the PlayStation 5, then anything made on the PS5 will be exclusive, but until then everything stays the same. You're playing the same game as we're playing right now, just that we're doing it on a PlayStation 5 instead of a 4. That's it really, unless they surprise us, because they're keeping quiet about their PlayStation 5 plans, so anything could happen. It better transfer. I will transfer. It's a big ecosystem, there's no way they would remove that. Yeah, if it doesn't transfer, I'll be angry. Angrier than John Jerry Steve, eh? Have they even confirmed the PS5 version of Dreams? I don't follow MM. Not a dedicated one. They haven't even mentioned an upgraded version. All that we have right now is the backwards compatible, the standard backwards compatible version. So that's it, but who knows what they're working on. They could surprise us. We'll just need to wait and see. I'll pay John Jerry Steve to give MM a visit if he does. That'll be the end of MM forever. Yeah, I think it was confirmed when Dreams PS4 came out. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Hey Smokimus Dankimus, nice to see you again. I'm just catching up with a lot of comments here. I was putting down a lot of flowers. As you can see, the land got very beautiful. They confirmed a Game Boy Advance version of Dreams already. Damn it! I wish I still had my Game Boy Advance. I would love to play that. I think they said a while back that they have had it running on the PS5. Yeah, probably they've had it on the PS5 for so long now, and they're like, look at all you noobs playing on the PS4. You're our guinea pigs. We have the true potential of Dreams right now. They confirmed a calculator version of Dreams already. Jeez, they're really going far, aren't they? Skyrim, better watch out. Give it time, yeah. I think they're phasing the move controllers out. It's weird though, because they did say for the PS5, they started talking about move controllers when they were advertising the new camera. See, I've got the PlayStation 4 camera. I don't know if I need to buy the PlayStation 5 camera. I don't know if the resolution is better, but I assume this one will work, so I won't buy it. I'll stick with this one just now. I'll wait and I'll look at comparisons, and if I need to upgrade, I'll upgrade. But I think this is okay so far. It does the job, you know. You don't need to see me in Ultra 4K. Did you ever see the walls in my garden? They're huge. In your real garden? Almost as tall as the ones I seen in Poland. Incredible to see, bro. In Poland? What is going on? It probably won't be a separate version. It will just be the update specific to PS5 users. Could be, yeah. Hopefully it's free. Don't need to pay for it again. I think people who complain and get tired of the limitations of Dreams don't deserve Dreams, honestly. Yeah, I mean, I've had it since beta, so it's a little older for me. It's coming up to 2 years old now. But at the same time, I'm learning how to make things. So for me, it still feels new and fresh because I'm still learning things. I'm still getting better. I'm still making games. So until I hit a peak, which I don't see anytime soon, I don't really need a proper Dreams update until maybe like in a couple of years, which is when I hope the PS5 version does come out. Got to go, my cousin's here. Catch everyone later. Right, see you later, Scheme. Enjoy. Garden as in yard, or garden as in a bunch of flowers and stuff? I think he means yard. Yeah, garden as in yard. His back garden. That's it. They're so spaced out because you're putting it too far away from the original patch of flowers. I don't know, I just copy it, and then when I duplicate it, it just goes like do 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 do. It's a pain. The scenery reminds me of when I was on holiday. You should make a nice little coastline beach area. You told me your holiday was a nightmare. This place looks excellent. I'm pretty sure 100% glow is equivalent to the sun. We should definitely do that then. We should definitely make a world where it's just all the items just glow, you know? I think it might actually be amazing, don't you think? I'm going to bring another wolf over here. Don't mess with my patch of grass. We should put some dog turd or wolf turd on the grass as well, and you can stand on it. It's like, oh, my shoe! What's going on? Hey Kevin, OFA Games, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Put on travel, it'll make it keep going without looping back to its original animation spot. Yeah, I think that would look good. I'm just kind of worried though, because if I put it on the travel, right, and it keeps going, and it keeps going, and it keeps going, like, does it eventually, see if it hits a wall, like, will it just keep walking into the wall, you know? That's what I'm worried about. I'll see how that works out first, before I change anything, but that's what we'll probably do. We'll probably just get some sheep. I probably won't do too many other animals, because the more animals we use, the more thermal we use, so I'll just use sheep. Maybe I'll give them like a different colour. We'll have like some, obviously I'll need to repaint all this so it's not so simple. Yeah, so we'll make like a black sheep version, right, and a grey sheep, and then we'll just kind of throw them all around, and that way we can save a little bit of thermal. Still uses 1% for duplicates, but it does have a lot of logic inside, so I can probably delete all that logic and it should be a bit easier. Can you possess the sheep? You can indeed. In our game though, we're a knight, so we're just going to kill sheep or just say hello. It's your choice. I think you might as well get rid of all the logic since it won't be possessable. Yeah, I pretty much just said that, yeah. And only be animated, exactly. We'll get to the animals soon. I want to do some more stuff with the environment and figure out how to get our character working. Then we'll get some sheep. We'll put some sheep around to wander around, and then we'll get the wolf logic in to attack us. And then once all that's done, we'll open the chests. We'll get items. I'll work on like not a main menu, just like the world map. Just press touchpad, you know, the frame rate just dies. You know, make it even crinklier, right? I could literally just show you the entire level like this, like how bad it looks, you know, like on the outside of the walls, like, because that's how crinkly it is. And it's like spoiled the illusion. If so, use a randomizer and a bunch of random possessed animations. That's a good idea as well then, so you can make it go that way and then maybe it turns a bit and goes that way. Yeah, we can really go into some detail. And it'll have a random behaviour, so possess a run animation, an idle animation, a walk, then use a randomizer to have it pick one animation at a time. That sounds like a good idea, actually. Especially if you come quite close to the sheep, it might start to run away as well. Maybe it's afraid of you. So when you get close, they go, and they try and run away. We could do that as well. Dreams is fairly good for loading big things in play mode. In creation it lags though. For example, you could have a lot of zombies in create mode and it'll lag, but in play mode it'll be fine. Yeah, it's weird how that happens, how that works, you know. Hey, the Shadow Redemption, welcome back, hope you're doing well. Hiya, you're simply awesome. Just thought to let you know throughout today. Oh, thank you very much. You are very awesome yourself. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, that's a good idea. Colour variations will look good. Yeah, it's like a cheap trick, you know, like all the old games used to do it, where it was like, we'll do different enemy types, but we'll just change the colour of the enemy, and suddenly they're a whole different enemy. But in Dreams, you kind of need to save thermal, so we've got to use every trick in the book really to get away with it. So that's pretty much what we'll do. Same with the wolves. I've got a black wolf, but I could make a white wolf. You know, we could make a few different varieties. Don't put dog poo down everywhere. It's a nightmare to get out of chainmail. Even worse, right? That's what we should do. Maybe when you go to John Jerry Steve, he can sell you like wolf poop repellent. So like whenever you stand on it, it just doesn't go on you anymore. And you're like, thank God. If anyone's played that RPG game, I think, what was it called? Deliverance, it was called. It's called Deliverance, wasn't it? You know what I mean. It's more like a hardcore RPG because it's like really realistic. So if you have dirt on your clothes or the type of clothes you wear, people react to you differently. So if you stood on wolf poop, right, people will notice it and they'll comment on it. So you need to wash yourself before you talk to people. But that's only if I go really in depth with this game. Yeah, then use a laser scope, and if something's too close to it, use a rotator to have it turn away from the rocks. Ah, okay. Yeah, could do that as well. So like when the laser can be like that size, and then when it touches the wall, it turns around. Yeah, that's a good way to do it then. See, I've never really worked with AI before, so it's all kind of new territory for me. But that is a good idea. So once we do the logic for the sheep, we'll do that then. We'll create like different walk and run cycles and make it turn around when it hits a wall, and when I come close to it, it gets afraid and tries to run away, that kind of thing. So yeah, I'll probably dedicate a special stream just to doing that, because I think that'll take me a bit of time. Because right now what we need to do is I need to finalise a path here, right? This path is just like a basic path just to sort of see where the routes go. So that route goes to the farm, that route goes to the bridge that takes us over to the castle, but this will be a whole new scene. Because there's going to be like an enemy camp in here, and there's going to be ruins here, and then there's the castle entrance. So we'll just focus on doing a little bit more here, I think. I don't want to do tons of flowers. I don't know if Scheme is actually going to solve the flower crisis of 2020, but for now I'm just going to keep doing it the way I'm doing it, and then if he appears with a better version, I'm going to kill him, because I need to do all this again with circles. It's kind of late now, Scheme, to be honest. I've already done it, you know. I need to redo everything, unless I just put the circle ones like on top, maybe. Maybe that's a good way to like disguise some of the squares. That's why I was putting down rocks like here and there, just to sort of like blend it a little bit. So it should be okay. I won't go too crazy with the flowers. I've did a big area here. I still want to do a wee bit over here. Maybe a little bit, just a tiny bit here, you know. So it's just the really repetitive part. But we won't be doing this for much longer. So I think on the next Friday RPG stream, we'll probably focus on doing the farm once we go through here. So we'll make a brand new area. I think I'm not entirely finished with this area because we've still got like this side to do. I actually want to redo this part here so like you can actually go underneath and there's like rocks under here. This was just like a really quick waterfall that I put down just to simulate a stream, which is a bit mental, but you get the idea. So I'm going to do like a more calm stream, put some rocks here that you can go down underneath, and there's a big bridge troll is going to be standing here just for thermal reasons, right? I don't see anyone, don't think they've made a troll here, so what I'll do is I'll see if we can find one and then at least we can get our thermal sorted. He looks pretty crinkly. Right, what kind of troll do we want to go for? Looks like he's got a beard. Oh, that looks quite cool. It looks a bit like Dragon Quest as well, doesn't it? That's very detailed. The Winterman. There's a big tree troll, which I think is a bit extreme. Troll in a suit. The hell is that? A troll template. Oh, look at that. A Norwegian troll? I didn't know they had those in Norway. It's kind of cool. Oh, look at that face. That is quite creepy. He looks pretty happy. That looks really detailed as well. It looks like something you'd find in like Final Fantasy or something. A mini troll character. Do you remember those trolls with the big long hair? God, they were a nightmare. Right, it's actually not too easy to find a lot of them, so I think the game is a bit cartoony, so I've got a decision. Do I go extremely cartoony or do I try and do something a bit different? I did like this one. I don't know if this is from Dragon Quest. It just kind of looks like it. So I don't actually know where he is actually. Where did they go? That's weird. I hate that when you put down a sculpt, but it's like you can't find where it is. See, when you go in here, you're supposed to be able to select a sculpt. So, for example, select sculpt, but I don't know where it is. He's over here, I think. Ah, there he's there. Found him. See, when you take some sculpts out, sometimes they just appear randomly. It's not so ideal. So he was 6% graphics, 1% gameplay. That's okay. So he's going to block the path. So you're basically not going to continue your adventure until you've did a favour for him. So we'll make him bloody huge. So everybody's afraid of him, right? So it's basically like, you ain't getting past here until you do me a favour, right? And then we need to do a mission for him in the farm. That chocolate ice cream doesn't seem so yummy anymore. Just eat it. Just eat it anyway. It'll be an experience for you. Okay. Right. So the plan is finish off the flowers, make a proper path, put down more of those collectibles if we're going to use these. We need to decide if we're going to use those plants, and we'll litter the plants around the place. We'll decide where the enemies are going to go. I think most of the enemies are going to come from like this patch here. So we'll have probably most of the sheep around this sort of area, and then over this sort of area here we'll have all the wolves, and we'll have a wee troll man over here. So the path, fix the enemies, do a bit more detailing. I'll need to fix the puppet off stream. I'll try and figure out what's up with that puppet, or I'll just need to redo it and make a new one, so we can actually walk around and with the sword and test things out. But like I said, I'm really casual with this project. Since we still need to finish the survival horror game, I'm not going to rush this out. So this game will be released in chapters, this particular one. So it means that we don't need to make the full game. We'll make like chapter 1, chapter 2, and it'll still be long because it's an RPG game, maybe like an hour. Each chapter will take about an hour. And it means we can get feedback as well, moving into the, you know, the next chapters and things like that. So I think it's going quite well so far. And once I finish the survival horror game off, by the end of this year, hopefully, it means that I can focus more on this off stream and do a lot more work there as well. And then I'll also introduce the Super Alien Buddy 2 that we were working on before. I'll reintroduce that back into the channel, and we'll work more on that as well. So we'll have a couple of more cartoony, just kind of comedy-like games coming out, which makes a nice change from the very serious games. But we're still going to make another first-person shooter horror game, and that's going to come maybe the end of next year. We'll see. Like I said, I'm not going to rush myself, so we'll see how it all works out in the end. But you know, I'm having fun. I'm having fun doing this. Hopefully we'll have Hauschmumen's cyber spy game out this year as well. That'll be good. It's always a good feeling when you finally get a game out that you've been working on for so long. Because I'm going to get the first survival horror demo. Comes out next Friday, and it's the first one because there's 2 playable characters, so you're going to play as one of the characters next Friday. Intra-Attackout's working on the lighting of the final area this week, so once he's done with that, I'll finish up with the menu logic, and I'll, you know, redo some animations, get the combat looking okay, and like I said, I'll update the demo as well. So even if the demo's not perfect on day 1, as I'm developing the game, I'll also update the demo because it's the same scene anyway. So I'll keep updating the demo. Hopefully people like it. What's on show on Friday. I want to say I'm nervous, but I'm not. I'm more excited, to be honest, because I feel like not a lot of people know about the project, so it'll be interesting to see what they think, because a lot of you guys have seen it already. You've been with the streams for almost a year, you know, and like some people have been here for about 8-9 months maybe. So for you guys, it's like, it'll still be really cool to finally play it, but you guys know what to expect. I'm thinking anyone that comes into this game, they're going to be like, whoa, the level of detail was astounding. But like I say, I'm not going to have my hopes up for getting an MM pick or to get featured on the stream. I'm just going to try and create a really good game, you know, make it more beneficial for the channel, and then we'll just keep doing it that way, I think. This actually helps me when I'm talking about other things, because putting these flowers down is really boring. It's good to keep my mind occupied with something else, you know. Right, so I think I'll just put a few there. Maybe grab like a little rock there, and then I'll get another one of these planty things. Looks good to me. Maybe I'll put one more in the corner as well. What do you think of the game so far? Is it living up to expectations, Housemoomin? Are you excited for how this is going to turn out? This is Bovaretta's legacy we're talking about here. We really can't afford to mess it up. I'll be a laughing stock if I get this wrong. Got to have all the detail. Right, let me bring this back over so I can see a little bit better. Love this music, how when it gets like so intense, you know, because that's basically how I feel when I'm creating with these flowers. In my mind it's like super tense. Anytime I see a white lily and a car park line, this music starts in my head. Right. We're doing alright. I'll probably make a wee bit more of this, I think. Just to fill out the sides a bit more. Let me see. Maybe do it like that. There we go. Maybe bring that in just a wee bit. That's like my most favourite thing in Dreams is when you're using like rocks and stuff like that, and you just like move them around and poke them in and out of places. They look like different assets. Like honestly, like making rocks is like the most fun I have in Dreams. It's quite sad actually. I don't know, it's probably like one of the easier things to do in Dreams, you know, like just to put down rocks, rock formations, because you can get quite messy with it. You don't need to be so delicate, and it still looks half decent at least. Well, the chat is quite quiet today. Yeah, I think it's because we've been streaming for like 2 hours now, so I think it gets quite late for some people and they kind of drift off a little bit, you know, go to sleep and that. Hey Panic Man, welcome back. Hey, no invite? No invite? Are you sure? Maybe you were offline when I invited people. Get the RPG Maker MV. I'm making great progress. I definitely will. Right now I can still play your game for free with the player. I'm not going to create anything on it just yet because I'm practicing on the PC version. Once I get better at it, I'll get it, because I'm saving a lot of money for the PlayStation 5 right now. I don't know if you're getting the PlayStation 5, Panic Man, if you pre-ordered it, but basically it's expensive, so I don't really want to buy a lot of new games right now. So even like Crash 4 I might have to hold off, we'll see, but I just want to make sure I've got enough money for that, and then once I get the PS5 then I can start to buy a few things here and there. So I can maybe buy RPG Maker, I can buy Cyberpunk, Crash 4, Demon Souls. It's a lot of money, but I'm thinking all these other PS4 games, by that point they might be on sale, because I think Black Friday is around when the PlayStation 5 releases, so we might find some some cheaper PS5 games, which is quite good. Quite good for the budget. Hope you're doing well, Panic Man. How is your game going? The Dark Ones? Is it quite dark? As you say. What kind of setting are you doing? Like a fantasy setting, or are you doing like a modern setting, or like an Egyptian setting, or steampunk, or? Because I know it gives you like different genres that you can choose from. You can mix and match, but it does let you do a lot of these things as well. Right, so I'm going to put another big rock up on this wee hill here. Another little landmark up here. And then we'll put some of these flowers around this area, not entirely all over it, just kind of like around it. Just bring it up like that. Right, let's bring this a bit closer. Are you thinking about any more crinkly tracks? Halschmummen? Any thoughts in your mind? What you'd like to do? I'll probably need to call on you for the John Jerry Steve RPG soundtrack as well, whenever I get it finished. I'm actually making a lot of progress. I was going to make a video for it next week, I'll see, but I want to focus on the demo for Subject, so I don't really want to clash with RPG Maker stuff. So if it doesn't come out next week, it will be the week after, and I'll show you the progress I've been making with my RPG Maker game. It's kind of stupid because it's John Jerry Steve, but I've basically got an intro, and I've got like the first big area. It's basically like on these cliffs, and then from the cliffs you go into a cave, and then after the cave you go down. It's kind of like leaving the cliff mountain. As you leave it, you enter like the open world, and you need to head back to the town. That's basically all I've done so far. So there's at least 2 mini bosses that you fight on your way there, which is quite cool. I don't know how many of you are actually into RPG Maker. For me, I've heard of it. I bought the game like in 2013. It's the VX Ace one, and I think it came out in 2011. So it wasn't that much longer after. But I waited. I got it on a sale. I thought, you know what, let's get this, see what it's like. But I just never played it because I never really went on my laptop. But now, because I'm creating a lot on YouTube and I'm doing a lot on Dreams, I'm kind of creating a lot more than I used to in the past. Like I used to create a lot on LittleBigPlanet, but you know, you had periods where I would just stop, you know, like to play other games, or you know, I just wasn't in the mood. But because I stream and make videos, and I really want to get the game finished, I feel like I'm creating like almost every day, you know, which is good. Because at least I'm making a lot more progress than I would normally. I don't procrastinate as much as I used to. But at the same time, it's a lot of work, you know, creating every day. You do have moments where you're like, I need a break. Because like after this, I need a break. Like, I'll go eat something to drink, and I probably won't create until maybe later tonight. Because there's only so much I can do before my brain just kind of shuts down a little bit. I can't take too much of a break though, because I need to finish the Subject demo for next week. So tonight I'll go back on Dreams and I'll try and organise the demo, and I'll make that private version. I was speaking with Alpha. I was like, do you think I should just make the private version the way it is, and then when the combat's ready I'll update the private version? And we kind of both agreed that it was best just to wait until the combat was ready. But to be honest, I think I'm going to need the whole week to finish the combat, so I don't want to delay the private test, just because of the combat. So I might just have to release it and then get feedback on what's available, and then I'll let everybody know once the combat has been put into the private test, and you can test it probably like the last couple of days or something, because I probably won't have a lot of time to update it in the main version. I'll see what I can do. You know, I just want to get it out, you know, I just want to finally be able to say you can now play a version of the game we've been working on. It's finally available, you know. It'll be a good feeling. I'm hopeful that everyone likes it, but you know, there's probably going to be some people that are like, hey man, this is trash. It's going to happen, but I'm really curious to see what kind of feedback we get. Because there's some survival horror games in Dreams, but not that many. Most of them are like tech demos, whereas ours is an actual demo, like of something that is actually coming out. So yeah, next Friday is going to be pretty big. And I mentioned to some of you yesterday that I don't normally stream on Twitch, but I think I'm going to do a double stream next Friday. One stream on Twitch and then another stream on YouTube as normal, and I'll basically play the demo. I'll play the demo on Twitch, and then yeah, look at that, we're starting to reach the paint limit. I'll need to be careful here. So I'll stream it on Twitch. Maybe we can catch the eye of a few people, which would be really nice. Hopefully MM even support it, because they don't normally support streams from YouTube, unfortunately. So if they can support us on Twitch, that would be excellent. And then I'll pretty much just do a regular stream here. We'll play the demo, and then we'll do something else. Because I know next week we're supposed to do the RPG, so I might move next Thursday. I might do the RPG on Thursday, and then it means we can dedicate Friday to subject, so I might swap them round just for 1 week. Right, so we're kind of hitting the limit for paintings here, so I'm probably going to have to optimise everything. I wanted a big beautiful patch of these flowers, but I think I'm just going to have to call it quits here, you know. I think I'll make like a couple more here, and I think that's it. I mean, that's a lot, you know. Like, you really need to zoom out for it to really notice, but that's a lot. I think that'll do the job. I think that'll do it nicely. Right, so I'll just fill a few gaps here. Kind of put that in there like that, make it look like a double rock. There we go. Okay, let's just assume that we're just about done with the flowers. Thank God. More superior extraterrestrial sibling 2. Nice, gotta love some. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that'll be good, but I'm going to like expand it, because now I'm going to make it chapter based. So I'm going to, every planet will have its own chapter, so I'm going to stretch the game a little bit more, give you a bit more to do on each planet to make it worthwhile, because I don't like making short games. Because the first Super Alien Buddy, it could probably take some people like 40 minutes if they go for everything. If they don't, like 20, 25. So I'm aiming for at least between 30 and 60 minutes for all the chapters that I make. I think it's a good chunk of content, you know. More RPG streaming please, and thanks. Yep, will do. So like I say, I'll probably switch next week RPG stream to Thursday, so that on Friday, the release date of Subject, we can just stream the demo and then just continue doing stuff with that on Friday. Does the RPG demo come out today? This RPG? No. If that's what you mean, no. Absolutely not. This project here, no, this was not coming out till next year. This is something I wasn't even going to start until next year, to be honest. We only did it because the survival horror is getting close to the end, and I felt like we had to mix things up a little bit. Because when you work on the same project for so long, you know, it kind of gets a bit predictable. Do auto guides help with this kind of stuff? Kind of. It's just that when you've got like hills and stuff, it's not so predictable, you know, so it's like you kind of need to move everything around, and it can be a bit of a pain. Definitely living up to my expectations, LB. Nice. It's going to be good. Basically, inside the castle grounds, John Jerry Steve is going to have a store in Chapter 1. But he's just going to introduce himself, that's it. In Chapter 2, when you get to the next open area, he's going to have a big horse and cart, and he's going to sell you new weapons, magic, you know, upgrades, potions, these kind of things. So it'll be pretty cool. It's going to be good. And the game doesn't start here. The game actually starts in the tutorial area where you're practicing how to use your sword and your shield. So you're at the knight's training barracks, and then after he completes that, then he comes here because he goes on the way to meet his wife to be, his queen to be, I should say, Bovaretta. It's only 2 PM here. Oh, good for you. It's pretty early, huh? 9 PM for you. Next gen, way too much money. I know. I mean, you're probably buying too many creative games, you know, but yeah. There are cheaper versions, like if you get the digital version, but, you know, it's like $400. Compared to $500, it's better, but, you know, it's still $400. It's still a lot of money. Getting Cyberpunk on PS4. Yeah, there's a lot of games coming out on PS4. Cyberpunk, Spider-Man, Sackboy, Horizon, you know. Kind of makes PS5 a little bit redundant. But like I said, I'm always just looking at it for Dreams, streaming, Demon's Souls. That's it. That's my 3-prong attack for the PS5. Gotta love Steampunk. Oh yeah. Can you imagine Bovaretta in Steampunk? I think she would fit that perfectly. We should get a Steampunk 2077. Maybe we can do that. Maybe we can make a Bovaretta version. Because we'll get the Legend of Bovaretta. Then we're going to have John Jerry Steve Begins. Then the next Bovaretta game, it's not going to be the Legend of Bovaretta 2. It's going to be like, you know, Bovaretta Punk, you know. It's going to be like a whole new genre. A whole new franchise. She doesn't stick to the one franchise for too long. The Dark Ones will be like a Phantasy Star series in 16-bit. Oh cool, so is it more like sci-fi kind of thing? I have enemies done, just need to work on events and animation. Sounds good. Never heard of RPG Maker and saw it on YouTube and loved it. I knew about it a long time ago, back when I was in primary school, when I was like 7 years old or something. One of my friends, I think I was like 8 years old maybe, because I think it came out in like 2000. One of my friends, he had the very old original RPG Maker, and he said to me, oh, what character do you want to be? I'm making an RPG game. And I said to him, make me a wolf. Can you make me a wolf? And he did, he made me a wolf. And I was like, yes. But I never really gamed on the PC, so I've played a few classics on the PC, like Fear. Football Manager for me is good. Also there was the movies, which is what the Media Molecule guys were working on before. I don't know if they personally worked on it, but it was Lionhead. Kind of like The Sims, but you can make your own movies. That was really all I played on the PC. So RPG Maker is not really something I could really get into, you know, because normally when I use my laptop, I usually just use it to edit videos, you know, that's it. So to play games on it or create games on it, I don't really do it, but I'm starting to get into it now, slowly. But obviously I would prefer to do it on the the PlayStation. It's certainly more fun this way. When LB says later tonight, he means 4 to 6 AM. Yeah, could be. Well, I don't work tonight, so I'm good. You know, I can maybe start a bit earlier. Easy to develop for, no insane logic. Show us your RPG Maker game. I'm going to make a video because I think it's better to do it that way. I just don't know. I was going to put it out next week, but then because we're releasing the subject demo next week, I don't want it to clash. I want it to get its own spotlight, so I'm going to keep working on it, and I'll probably make a video for it maybe the week after. So you'll definitely see it in video form. Don't be that impressed though, because it's quite basic, but it's still kind of funny. It's John J. Steve, come on, you know. Yeah, small LBA is a night owl like me. I know, I love to stay up late. You know, like I could get a good night's sleep, but in the morning I feel like crap. You know, like I could get a full night's sleep and I just wake up and I'm like, oh, like I don't want to do anything. You know, it takes me a few hours before I feel like doing anything, but for some reason at night, you know, I get so full of energy. I don't understand. You know, this is probably how people feel in the morning, like morning people. They just wake up and it's like, yes, let's go. But for me, it's at night. I can't explain it. I just get so much energy. I can't stop. I can't stop creating or whatever. You know. Dreams needs games, not broken levels. You said it, Panic Man. You said it. We're on the same page. I'm also making a video about that. I didn't quite get it finished for this week again. It's in the backlog, but I'm basically going to address something like that. Hey there, Runaway Kid. Welcome back to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Hey, I remember you from your Little Big Planet levels. Used to make. I made a recreation of one of the levels from Crash 4 with Cortex today, and I plan to upload it to the Dreamiverse tomorrow. That sounds cool. Normally I play brand new creations on a Monday stream, so if you let me know the name of it when you publish it, I'll try and play it on Monday. That sounds good. I think Alpha Werewolf might play it as well, because he's planning on doing a Crash Bandicoot stream. I don't know when that stream is, if it's today or tomorrow, but that'll be good. Mine is an open world RPG game. Quite huge, huh? Glad you're doing an RPG game. They're my favourite. I love RPG games. There's something about grinding that I just love, you know. You could see when I was making the flowers, you could tell that I've got patience for grinding. I can't wait to get RPG Maker MV. I've been itching to get started, and I have experience with VX Ace, so it won't be as rough. Yeah, exactly. And I sent you that playlist with the tutorials. To be honest, most of the stuff's pretty easy. Like the events and stuff. There's maybe like a few little things you're like, okay, how do I do like really specific things, like in a more unique circumstance? But for the most part, it's easy. It's easy to make people wait, to turn, to walk. You can make people move without, like, walk backwards without turning backwards, and you can put emojis on their head, and you can make them talk. You can make the screen shake, fade in, out, switch in and out party members, make people follow you. It's pretty simple stuff. You just need to get used to the flow of doing it, because I can't make it like what I do in Dreams, you know, really quickly. I need to take my time to piece it all together. And I may just have to do videos on it on my channel if I get it. Would be cool, probably. Yeah, I mean, one of the main reasons I would probably get it on the PS4 is so I can stream it. So if I get RPG Maker on PS4, I will stream it just to have fun. We'll make a game together. But the videos that I make will probably be the RPG Maker on the PC, because I can customize it. We can add voice acting, we can add House Movement's music, we can add our own sound effects, our own graphics from scratch. Whereas on the PS4, we have to stick to the template. So we'll make different kind of games, let's say. The Crinkle Punk, that's it, a new genre, Crinkle Punk. But for some reason the Nitro boxes don't work. The nitro boxes, I guess it's just like if you have a collision box and you touch it, it just activates an explosion. It should be pretty easy. So just do a collision for like if it detects the player label or a tag for the player, automatically, boom, it just blows. Crinkle Punk 2077, that's the new one, we're going to make it. I'm excited. We're getting too far ahead of ourselves. We need to finish Legend of Bovaretta first. We can't get too far ahead of ourselves. So LB, is this going to be basically like Final Fantasy 15 Crinkle Edition? Sounds like it. A little bit. It's a bit like Dragon Quest Swords, except it's not on rails like Time Crisis. You actually get to walk around. So it's first person. Yeah, I'm a night owl too, to be honest, and yeah, I'm energetic at night too. Can you feel it? Even right now I can feel it. I made hella progress at like 1 in the morning for some reason. Yeah, it's weird. It's like, oh, I'll work a little bit before I go to bed. Hello, again. I'll make like a little progress before I go to bed, and then you finish what you're doing. Okay, now that's done. I can go to bed now, and you look at the time. It's like 4 in the morning. Do you mean I spent like 5 hours on that? You know, it's like time just flies when you create. Alpha, let me know when you get RPG Maker. Would love to see your stuff. I know I'm curious to see what Alpha's going to make as well, because he's somewhat of a writer. So you know, I'm expecting crisp quality dialogue. It will be called Ship Happens Recreation, which is the name of the Cortex timeline version of the crash level of Snow Way Out. That sounds cool. Did you pre-order the game? Because if you pre-order right now, you actually get a 3-level demo, which I was tempted by, but then again I also said I was going to save my money for the PS5, so I'm like, you know, I don't know, should I just get Crash 4 and just be like, screw it? I don't know what to do. It'll be in my stream is tonight. I feel a lot better today than I did yesterday. Alright, good for the heads up, thanks for the heads up, yeah. So I don't forget. Yeah, the return of Beep. Hello. Get out of here. He probably just comes here every stream. He's like, oh, he's streaming, I'm going to go pop the horn. Dude. I saved that playlist so I can use it later. It's pretty handy. I didn't watch all the videos because I felt like I kind of got the gist. Like I could figure, if you look at the menu, you can figure some stuff out on your own. But it's just if you want to be 100% sure on how to do things, or in my case, it was like, do I want to try and spend the whole day figuring out how to do this, or will I just watch a video and figure out like that? Because the videos are really short and really simple, so you'll be surprised. It's like, to do something, it's not that complicated. It's just like, click here, select this option, do that. This is what these mean. That's it. It's very, very easy. Can I get a copy of that playlist, Alpha? Yeah, I don't know how to send it to you, Panic Man. Because I sent it to Alpha on Discord. If Alpha can help you out, go for it. Plot twist, that horn is actually someone in the stream. Could be me, could be Panic Man. I'm expecting it. Nah, I didn't want to pay full price for the full game just to play the demo. I mean, if you want to get the full game anyway, you know, it's a bonus that you get the demo, I suppose. You'll pre-order the physical version before October the 2nd. I like to have something I can display on my shelf. Alright, you're one of those, are you? So when you're getting the PlayStation 5, the digital version for you was like, oh, that's horrible. It's terrible. How should I say that, Panic Man? Yeah, God knows. God knows. Small, I'm Panic Man 10 on YouTube. Don't forget, he's not Panic Man, he's Panic Man 10. Get it right. How schmoomin'. Alpha Panic Man 10 on YouTube. What? You stole Alpha's name? I mean, you can technically post links in YouTube comments. However, you might get moderated, so it might not go through. How Schmooman's there as well. If he sees a link, he's going to get rid of you pronto. Okay, right, I'm going to save this here again. So that was all right. It doesn't look like we made a ton of progress because I was doing most of the flowers. We do a bunch of flowers. We kind of figured out we wanted some kind of plant that we could break down. We've got a rough version of a wolf enemy that we can change colours to do some different variants. We've got a sheep, which we'll need to do lots of different movement styles for. I'll need to fix my character to make sure he can walk on the ground again. He doesn't just float in the air. We've got our treasure chests all sitting all nice and snug. So that was like the hardest part, because I had to put all those flowers down. Now that's out of the way, we can start to go on to these parts here, and this will be more like, you know, big rocky areas, you know, because like screw doing all the flowers again. I had enough of that. Just do rocks, man, they're easier, right? They're a hell of a lot easier, you know. Just listening to this soundtrack, by the way, I really need to get Dragon Quest 11. It is on my wish list. Right, well, I might just put a wee bit just poking out here. There you go. It's good. So we might not win an MP this year, but I think next year with Boveretta, Super Alien Buddy 2, whatever else comes, I think next year we've got it in the bag. It's coming. Right, so what I need to update next time is I need to finally update this path, try and get a good looking little path going. Then I'm probably just going to put more rocks around here and there, just to sort of finalise a few things here and there, you know. I like to do my logic off stream, so I'll show you how I did the logic, Panic Man, but I like to do it off stream. So once I get the wolf combat done, the sheep moving around, our map, once we get all that sorted, I'll show you how I did it. But I feel like next week we can probably get the path done, finish those rocks. I won't have time to do the logic because I'm working on the subject demo, but I think detail wise we can probably get this roughly done next week. I just need to finish this part, like making a proper bank here with rocks, and have a nicer stream going through. I'll probably make a waterfall here and then make a stream go all the way over to the other side. So that'll be what we'll do. Probably next Thursday we'll do that, so we can do the survival horror next Friday. So I think we can kind of get that roughly done, and then maybe make a start on the farm area next week as well, which is good. And then after the farm we'll do these areas, and then we'll do inside the castle. Still a lot of work to be done, but like I said, I'm not going to rush this project. This project wasn't even meant to start until next year in January, so the fact is we've started this a good, what, it's over 3 months early, so we might actually be able to release the first chapter of this in January, which is quite cool. I wasn't expecting to release this game until like April maybe, so if we can get it out in January, that would be a massive bonus. Right, I'm going to save this again because I can't remember if I've done it. I think you can post links though, Housemumin, because you're a moderator. I think you get some privileges. Pan 10, I'm actually Small Human Official on YouTube. I know, get it right. He's the official one of all. Twitter is Roboto102. I didn't know you had Twitter. If you had Twitter, could send you a link on Twitter easily. If anyone pawns a link, they'll be timed out. Yeah, I think you get away with it, Housemumin, though, don't you? Watch out, Alpha. You'll get banned personally by Housemumin. Yeah, logic is what gets me, so seeing logic helps me, LBA. Well, I'll try and explain it, show you what I did. Hopefully it helps you out. Are mods allowed to post links then, or can anyone type YouTube links? I think mods are allowed, because mods can choose what gets posted and what doesn't, so I think you can post whatever you want, technically. Because you're meant to be on your best behaviour as a mod. So I could link everyone to a virus site. You could. I mean, One of these days, right? April Fools. Hey Kai Gaming, welcome back. Hope you're doing well. How long is this game? Oh, this game has just started off, to be honest. This is a big RPG game, so big. Probably longer than the horror game we're making. But I'll time it more as we make more. And I'm going to release this one in chapters. Unlike the survival horror game, this will be released in chapters, so you don't have to play like a big 20-hour adventure. You could just play like, you know, like a 2-hour or whatever, I don't know, chapter, for example. Maybe quicker than that. So that's my idea anyway. April Fools, it's just a virus. Got ye. And you thought it was a nice sight. Easily fixed. LB8 is a virus. Classic LB8. I'm the virus. God, who knew? I'm actually an algorithm. I'm not actually real. Like, everything you see on screen is all computerized. It's basically like the Matrix of our time. That's it, pretty much. Don't click that, by the way. That's a virus. Housemoon put a virus in the chat. Don't do it, Pac-Man. All your nude photos will get leaked online, and then that will be the end of you. What type of RPG? MMO, MMORPG, or just RPG? Just RPG, yeah. Something like Skyrim, Dragon Quest, that kind of thing. There's the Discord for anyone interested. Don't believe him. Don't believe him. LBA is Neo. What? I'm Neo? You call me a Nazi? Come on. I am the one. No, LB, it's our Discord. Sure it is. I'm sure it is. LB is like an AI angel on YouTube. With this music that came on. Perfect timing. Let me turn it up. I am the angel of YouTube. Right, well I'm getting pretty hungry now, so I think that's probably all the content that I'm going to be able to give now. So I'll be back again tomorrow. We'll do some more Fall Guys tomorrow. That'll be fun, won't it, Alpha? And yeah, so stay tuned for that. And next week's going to be the same schedule as always. Play more Dreams on Monday. Fall Guys, Rocket League, Tuesday, Wednesday, assuming the Rocket League servers work. Thursday, Friday, again, I said I'd put the RPG on Thursday because we're going to focus on the survival horror on Friday, and you know what to expect on Saturday. So take care, everyone. Don't forget, Alpha Werewolf will be streaming, I believe, Crash Bandicoot Creations Inside Dreams. So if you want to tune in for that later today, go for it. I might see you there. I'll probably be eating something at the time. The Midnight Waltz, yeah. I don't know why, but with Dreams, but I've started lots of creations in Dreams, but either don't finish them or they are not great. I seem to lack imagination. I'm better at playing other creators' levels. Yeah, it takes a while to get used to it, to be honest. Like, I've made this scene. It's not perfect. There's a lot of work to be done, but eventually we'll get there. It's just about working on little details, and eventually we'll get something that's quite good. Is Rocket League still costing money? I think it's free next week, which is quite good, which opens up for a lot of people if they want to play. Great stream, Mr. Gloob de Gloommund. Thank you. Oh geez, thanks for the shout out, LBA. Alpha Werewolf 10. Don't forget, it's got a 10 at the end of the name. That's his real name on YouTube. You're always late, right at the end. Yeah, but we'll be back tomorrow. If you like Fall Guys, if you've got Fall Guys on PS4 and you want to play with us, I'm going to play with some of you guys tomorrow. When you stream in Alpha, about an hour and a half. So yeah, there's a good chunk of time to go. That's good. Once again, here's the Discord for anyone interested in joining. It's a virus. Watch out. You just customised that link. The 23rd of September, Rocket League is going free to play. That's it. So, the 23rd of September. Excuse my illiteracy here. is a Wednesday, and that's when we're going to stream Rocket League. So, assuming the servers don't die on their ass because everyone's jumping in to play for free, we'll do some Rocket League on Wednesday, which is quite good. Because normally I would just play against other random people, but if we have 4 people, we'll play in a team of 4. If we've got more than 4 people, because it's free, say we have 8 people, we could do 4v4 or we could do 3v3. So that'll be quite good, and we'll do randomised parties. It'll just be like private games if we have a lot of people playing. I don't mind. I think a lot of people are going to be noobs though. So if Intra Attack Out and I are playing on the same team, you're all screwed. How Schmoomin knows how lethal a team we are if we're all together. Changing my username to SmallWhoman10 to fit in with the others. That is weird, isn't it? Pannyman10, Alpha Werewolf 10. What's up with the 10? What is the meaning behind the 10? Is there a reason? I'm streaming RPG Maker MV. Right now? Are you streaming right now? If you're streaming right now, I might check it out. But I previously bought it, so I got free DLC cars and items. Yeah, I got it on PlayStation Plus, so I think I was the same. I got a lot of extra things, which is quite cool. Self-plug. Not quite the best plug, but it's one of the plugs. The 10 squad, yeah. Unplug Batman. On YouTube, what is everybody playing? Super Mario Galaxy? Is that released? I know Nintendo were releasing all those games. I don't know if that came out already. I made this account in 2010. Well, that makes sense. On Switch, I'd love a Switch, but unfortunately PS5 comes first, I'm afraid. I don't even think I could stream the Switch. I don't even know, does it have built-in broadcasting on the Switch? I don't even know if Nintendo would even let you do that. You've heard of Panic Man 10, but you've heard of Fairmail 20? Or Fearmail? No, never heard of that one. It's an old game. Yeah, it's pretty old now, isn't it? I used to play Galaxy on the Wii. Very good. Very, very good. 2009 YouTube I started. So you thought, you know what, I'll just call it 10. You know, let's just skip a year. Let's just move on. Right, I'm going to head now and get something to eat now. I'm getting pretty hungry. So hope you enjoyed the stream today. We did a lot of monotonous stuff today, but I think it's looking a bit better. And then every week it's going to get better and better and better. It's going to be good. So yeah, like I said, I'll see some of you guys again tomorrow for some Fall Guys. And if I don't see any of you guys tomorrow, have a good weekend. And I'll see you again on Monday for some Dreams Play stream. Little Nightmares 2 comes out February. Nice, just after my birthday. That's pretty good. Crash 4 October. I'm excited. It's because it's on the Switch. That's why. Yeah, seems like it. Alright, I'm going to head now. So enjoy the rest of your night. I'll see some of you tomorrow. Have a good night. Join Alpha's stream. Maybe I'll see you then. Until then, goodbye. See you later.